Greetings fellow YouTubers, I am the Captain 91 and is back once again to address the virtual masses. Thank you for watching this, and I say that already because this is going to be one of those story time videos. I haven't updated it, but 3 days ago I was confirmed. So Monday, July the 15th, this past Monday, it was confirmed by my insurance company that my surgery has been approved. So we are on track. It is going to happen, guaranteed to happen. August 14th is the day I go in, have it done. Okay, so we're good on that. I'm super excited. So we let the journey begin. So with that, I want to reflect on sort of my past journey that I've gone through. For example, what I'm talking about today, of course, is the big crossroads that I was at. There's a link to it on this video, but on my old channel, formerly known as Mr. Lonely One-on-One, I auditioned for the Biggest Loser 3 years ago. Yeah, it was just, straight talking to the camera video like this is now. I really wanted it to be successful because this happened right after the first time that I was denied gastric bypass. I just turned 18 just a few months prior. I wanted to get gastric bypass weight loss surgery. I had been denied, so I decided, okay, I'm going to try something to at least see if I could do it on my own with a lot of help. And this seemed like a great opportunity because we were just coming off of the previous season before that, which had a boy by the name of Daniel Wright. He was a pretty young guy, 19 I believe he was, and he was very big. So I wanted to aspire to be like him. So I tried doing that. I sent that in. Nothing really happened. Well, actually, I take that back. When I sent that in, I eventually got an email about a couple weeks later saying that my video had at least been seen. So that was pretty good, and they were going to get back to me. So I was in high hopes about that. Never really heard anything. And then that was in February. That was in February of 2010. Towards the end of August, I received a phone call from a casting director from the show because they were already filming for the next casting for the next 2 seasons. They were going to go ahead and cast for the next season, and then after that, they were going to go ahead and hit the road and start beginning the process to getting for the season after that. So I got the call that they had seen my stuff. They had kept my previous video, my application, because I guess they liked me. And instead of going to one of the big first round casting calls, where you go in with a bunch of people and you sit around a table and talk, they said I could automatically go straight to the second stage interview process. So I got to go to Louisville. I was originally going for just a singles, but they were apparently doing teams, so my mom, she decided to join, wanted to go with me. She has very weak knees because of her weight, in her life. So she knew going in that it would be very hard for her because they're very physical, and I really appreciated her that she was willing to do that for me. She said she was doing this for me. And I appreciated that from her to do that. And so we went in there and we got to sit down and talk to these people. We got videotaped doing that. They said they liked us. So they told us when we got home to make another video and send it in. And they'll let us know. So I went back. I made a second video. Made it a lot more better. It was more than just, just me standing from there. I was actually, doing other things. I was going around the house, showing things, showing how my weight affected me, driving, and all that stuff. So I waited for a while, never heard anything. So I quit watching the video because it was bittersweet because I felt like I was so close, but I just never got to where I wanted to go. Not too long after that, another opportunity was brought up for gastric bypass because my dad had gone to a different occupation and he was getting for another insurance for his work, but I eventually got turned down again. So it was a really bad time. I eventually just given up on losing weight. And this was the majority of the year of 2011. It dawned on me that I just didn't want to fit, because my mom and all of them were all like, you just need to get a desk job. Well, that's not really going to help. I mean, I needed a job, but I knew that the only thing I could do physically was a desk job, and I couldn't really, if I did any other physical job, it would just be agonizing and painful all the time. So I really, told Mom, I said, if you can find out any way we can try to get this surgery rolling. My dad, being with a new company, he went to another company again, and we wouldn't hear anything until the first of this year. Right around April, mid-April, my mom had got the word from my dad's insurance that he was under from his new job that I could be covered. They're going to try it. They're going to go for it. So they had set up a consultation for the following month, May 15th, I believe it was, where I would go see Dr. Watkins and start the consultation for surgery. I got an email, because I had been logged on to BiggestLoserCasting.com. I got an email saying that casting calls were coming to Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a city, I'm like 15 miles from Cincinnati. So I'm like, this is a pretty good sign, So I decided that, hey, I got super pumped. I'm like, I went on Facebook, told everybody, like, I'm going for this Biggest Loser audition. I'm going to give it all. I'm going to give it 100%. I had in my mindset that I'm going to just storm the castle on my steed, and I'm going to own everybody. I was going to go in this casting call. I was going to be loudmouth as well as I could, speak over everybody, because they tell you that's what you're supposed to do. And I was going to get on that show. I had a lot of thinking to do. I was at a crossroads, to decide, what should I do? Should I go and attempt to work on my own and do this Biggest Loser thing, or should I go to the surgery? Which, even though I'm doing the surgery, doesn't mean it's a cop-out. It's just something that I need to boost me. And they're both big boosters. The surgery helps me boost, in its own way, and then, with the Biggest Loser, I would be with the coaches, and they, try to help me out that way. I had to sit down and think. If I go for this surgery, odds are, and they told me, I'm pretty much got it in the bag. But if I went for the Biggest Loser, there is so many people going for that. And odds are, it's one of those 1 in a million shots. So that's when I made the decision that I'd rather go to something that's more guaranteed than anything. And I'm glad I did, because I'm approved for surgery. I'm going to be having my surgery August 14th. So, that's what it is. So, I'm going to keep you guys updated more. Try to do some more vlogs maybe as I'm getting up, because now that I have it, I got a lot of things going in my head. Never had surgery before, never been under anesthesia before, so all that stuff is just on my mind. So, thank you. I encourage you to subscribe. I'm not the coolest guy in the world, apparently, but just, I'm interesting to talk to, at least I think. I got some funny stuff I put up here, other stuff, so please, if you don't want to subscribe, that's fine, I understand. If you have a friend, show a friend, family member, whatever, just subscribe. Take the journey with me. The more people, the better.